Hello YouTube, this is Intuitive Retta. How are you today? I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment below. If you would like to support this channel, the links will be below for my PayPal and my Cash App. Also, if you would like your own personal reading, contact me at intuitiveretta@gmail.com. Today, I'm going to do a reading on Donald Trump because it's his birthday. And a couple of weeks ago, I did one on Twitch, and Twitch has deleted all my videos. So, I did one on Twitch, and it showed that he wasn't running for 2024 presidency. It also showed me that he needs to go to the doctor and monitor his heart because of something like potassium being introduced. So that's what he needs to do. And like I always said, a reading is like a roadmap. It tells you where you are, and if it continues this way, it's your most likely outcome. But nothing's set in stone. So if someone seeks, like if he starts going to the doctor and monitoring it, he can switch, this energy up. So hopefully today we're going to go look back on things and see how it's going to go. Maybe the energy has changed since then, but I've done it twice and I didn't see him running for 2024, which I really do want him to. But we'll see. As we know, he's the Emperor, Death, and the Fool, which is, he's a good businessman, a father figure, good father, family provider. He's able to end things that no longer serve him, people, places, and things. That's what most emperors need to do. If you have the Emperor energy, you really need to learn to get rid of things that no longer serve you. A lot of how you don't become successful and so forth is because you hold on. You don't know when to let things go. And you hold on for whatever reason, family, obligations, whatever, you hold on. Trump has learned to get rid of it. No matter if it causes bankruptcy or the company has to get bankrupt, he doesn't care. He just, once he realizes it served its purpose, it's done, and he moves on and goes to the next thing. And that's what emperors need to learn. So if you have the Emperor energy, that's what you need to do. Get rid of things that no longer serve you. People, places, and things. And also, don't be afraid to take risk. That's what the Fool comes in, is risk. So this year for him, he needs to worry about, because this year is his chariot and tower, of him getting so focused on something and being pinpoint focused and not able to, see outside the box, basically. Instead of you focus on the end result, you don't see the side things coming in because you're so focused, and that can be the detriment. That's what can cause a whole tower event. So he needs to, you can be focused, but also, look at the what ifs, and if this could happen, and what if this could happen, what if this could happen. Have some choices outside. Don't just focus on that end goal and not being able to bend or move your plan accordingly, Don't make it so stringent, Be bendable this year, because you don't want these things can completely collapse. So next year is his strength and the star. So he's going to have to overcome things in 2022, And if he overcomes it, it's going to work out well for him. But it's like stuff is going to come through that he's going to have to overcome. And I'm worried. I'm so worried about his heart. And also 2023. Remember how I said Camilla has the Magician in 2023? I don't know what Biden has in 2023. He has the High Priestess. So 2023 is really looking like if Camilla wanted to run for presidency, the energy is there. Trump's energy for 2023 isn't good. 2024 is awesome. It's his Magician year. So 2024, he could do whatever. Like, that's his Magician energy. He's having that energy of the Magician. So 2024 is awesome energy, but 2023 In 2000, so this year he's going to have, I mean, next year, 22, he's going to have to overcome and overcome and overcome. Things are going to be thrown at him to kind of, and he's going to have to seek that within to overcome. And 2024 is all about isolation, depression. He's going to have some depression, this and that. So I'm worried about him in 2023. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this tarot, the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. Let me just get some. So, you guys know I haven't really kept up with reality, celebrities, you know, even really the news too much. So, if you guys have some suggestions, like I said, I'm going to post videos twice a week. This is a bonus video because it's Trump's birthday. But twice a week I'm going to post videos, so you guys can put your suggestions below. I know I want to do Bitcoin, but I can't find the original, the deck that I used for my last Bitcoin reading. I want to use that same one because it read well with Bitcoin. I also am going to do one this week on carbonation. Wendy Williams, because, her asking Gary Owen out was a hot mess. So I really want to see what the heck is going on with her. So this is Trump. Happy birthday, Trump. And let's see what's going on with him and see if things have changed for him. Trump. What's going on with Trump? It's his birthday. Okay, let's see. The energy around Trump is immortal. The consuming family pressure of peers. He's immortal, which he is. He's made a name before he was presidency, and he's probably one of the most popular, whether you like him or not, his name is well recognized throughout the world. So he will always be kind of immortal. Whether you like him or not, whether it's positive press or negative press, he'll always be there. Also, he has a lot of pressure on him, and the consuming family. His family is very, very important to him. So let's see where he's at. The Five of Coins. Things aren't as great for him right now. He's losing a lot of business opportunities. This is a card of loss, business opportunities, so forth. So business-wise, he's not really making the money that he once did. He's losing a lot of opportunities, maybe even money right now. What's to cross him? The Three of Coins. People are working together basically to make him lose money. So there's an effort of people working together to make him lose. So there is a conceited effort to make him lose money and not do as well financially anymore. Underneath all of that is he's willing to try new things. So this is part of his birth card, which is the Fool, the Emperor, and the Death card. So he's going to start. Remember how I said he has to not be so this year so stringent and laser focused that he doesn't see things from an outside perspective or able to bob and weave. That's what he needs to do. He needs to kind of look at things with a fresh eye. He kind of needs to do things outside the box. He needs to kind of take risk because he has a loyal base. You see the dog that's right here. It's just showing the loyalty is there. He has a loyalty. People are very loyal to him, and they will follow the beat of his drum. You see he has a drum there. So, in the loyalty, people will follow the beat of his drum. So he needs to be able to take risk and not be, like I said, don't be so laser focused. Let's see in the last year. In the last things, there's been a lot of illusions going on. The last year hasn't been great for him. A lot of illusions, a lot of things, being covered up. Not necessarily by him. It could be by, the illumination of the public. Constant, negativity thrown at him. Even his supporters. Look at the dog, which is staying here. His supporters have been beaten down. He's still trying to maintain. This is him. He's still trying to maintain this strong, thing. And also, I'm looking like I've always said that Trump had external forces, meaning spiritual forces, looking upon him. meaning that he didn't just, it wasn't he ran because, oh, that's what he wanted to do. There was a spiritual force that kind of made him run and to be this person where he was. And they're still, you know, in the last year, they're still looking down on him and still, you know, gracing him with their presence. He's still trying to maintain strength on top of this, you know, mountain that's full of holes, and it's not too sturdy. And even though his supporters are beaten up, and there's people rushing, you know, the rapid prosperity, people have been rushing to him for like money purposes and stuff like that, meaning that not everybody that's surrounded him, he's actually, you know, very alone. And right now, in the last year, he's been separated from his followers, like separated from his loyalists. And the people that are closest to him is closest to him for financial reasons. And he needs to watch that. And that's been going on for the last year. What's on his mind is the King of Swords. So it's either, it's him thinking, hey, how am I going to, you know, legally and strategically get ahead? That's either him thinking that, how am I legally, strategically, and able to battle these people ahead, or this is someone in the legal profession that is after him, and it's on his mind. So we need to figure that out. This used to be Mueller, but I think Mueller is kind of a dead issue. Back in the days, that card used to come out for Mueller. So we'll see. It could be Mueller, could be a new, you know, attorney general, or someone from the past. Let's see. What else is on his mind? Strength. Overcoming. Remember I said that's his energy for this year. It's funny how when I tell you, you know, oh, you know, someone's energy this year is strength, or this and that those cards kind of come out in the reading. So it's overcoming. His wife has given him a lot of strength. I've always said Melania, people sleep on Melania. Melania is not stupid. She's not a fool. She's not a weak woman. She has kept him strong. She is the one that's kind of there and holding him down. He's ready to go into battle, but he needs to rest up before he goes into the battle. He needs to, you know, work on himself before he goes into the battle. Let's see what else is going on with him. You know, he's contemplating things. Remember how I said he's so busy looking at the end game, like what he wants, that he doesn't see things from the outside perspective, or how things need to bond. He's so focused on that end result that, like, it shows here, he's so focused on these things when there's other things that are coming in on the side, whether good or bad, that he needs to kind of take his attention off of this a little bit and start looking for outside influences or outside things to kind of change things, because there's someone on the outside that can be of use for him. Let's see in the future. Stress. It looks like there's stress. And Biden had this card too. There's some stress going on there. Not sleeping well. He's worried about, you know, his family, his wife, his son, the loyalty of his people. There's that dog again. The loyalty of the people. I'm looking here. I'm looking at this as maybe pomegranate seeds. So a lot of his prosperity and stuff is on the floor. I'm seeing that the floor, the Masonic floor, is kind of looking at me. So I'm kind of looking at things ritualistically. So, you know, there may be things, I think, ritualistically, that people are not, ritualistically, that they are attacking his wife, his child, and his loyal followers. And also that there's something willing to come in and kind of steal his prosperity. I look at these as pomegranate seeds. Fertility, you know, this and that. And the wife is very important, but also he's stressed because he has a lot of wishes. This is like the wish card, all these things. But like I told you guys before, with the wish card, it's usually a good card, but it's too many things. If your mind is on so many different things, not on one or two things. It can cause confusion. So you can want all these different things. It's the point of carrying it out. Don't get so overwhelmed by the outside or many different things, shiny objects. I still see things are getting better for him financially, business-wise, his family-wise. I see more kids. I don't know who's going to have a kid. I do see maybe a new kid coming in. I see his loyal supporters are still there. They're still going to even rally behind his kids. They're really, and I'm seeing this. I'm seeing that as Don Jr. I really think Don Jr. has the opportunity to take the helm too. Don Jr. So I see everything is going to go well in regards to, his family and stuff like that. But he does have some stress. So let's look at his ability. Let's look at the 2024 election. Let's see if he's going to see if the energy has changed. I didn't see him running. So let's see the energy around him for 2024. Oh, sorry. Okay. Energy around him in 2000. Primal. Connected deep within. Sacred dance. Instinct. There's going to be a lot of magic going on in the 2024 election. There's going to be a lot of rituals, a lot of magic going on. Also, he needs to kind of, like, he had that ability when he ran in 2016. I told you there was a spiritual or aspect that kind of pushed him into that direction. I'm seeing that that's coming back again. I don't see that if he is going to run for 2024, he's going to have to get, dirty with it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to really, fight. Hopefully he has the energy to do that. His instincts have to be sharp. He really needs to connect with the people. He needs to get rid of people, places, and things that don't serve him. Those losers that are around him. He needs to do this completely different than he did. The first 4 years he's used to being a businessman. He wasn't used to being the presidency. A lot of people, connected to him and in his administration that really had their own agenda or was working for someone else's agenda. He needs to, in this time, he needs to get rid of those people. Let's see where he is for 2024. Ace of Cups. He wants to. He really wants to. He wants to do it. Like, he really wants to. Also, he really wants to. That's where his main focus is to get to that end result. His main focus is to get to that end result. His heart is there. That's where his emotional, he wants to go there. I'm seeing it's very emotional for him. He's like, I went through all these, battles, these rough waves, emotionally going forth. And even his son, Don Jr. is very important, especially to 2024. Don Jr. is very important. And even Byron, for some reason. I'm feeling Byron. But he's not really going to be in the forefront like they never did. But behind the scenes, Byron is very important. I think he needs to kind of work on abundance. Like, he needs to work on, because financially, in our prosperity here in America is going to be rough. So he needs to come up with a firm plan for us financially. And even with, to me, this just looks like one of those oil rigs. I think he needs to focus on the oil, our prosperity, finances as a country. And to go forth. Remember I told him this is the Chariot card. To go forth. But not so forceful. See how this Chariot is being brought on with the swan instead of two, strong horses that usually the Chariot has. You can still go, full steam ahead. But be more gentle about it. Be more sexy about it. Think outside the box. Don't be so, focused on that one way of doing something, like a bull in a china shop. Finesse it a little bit better. Is he going to run in 2024? It's still out there. So remember I said before I didn't see it? I'm still seeing that And what you guys might not like me saying this, but this is what the cards I'm saying. It's like Jesus Christ. Like the people are ready to, is he going to be our sacrificial Jesus Christ? I'm not saying that. It's just an analogy I'm using. So people may look at him as he's the one that's being crucified. So are the people, is he going to run the verdict is still out. It means that, it's really up to the people, to himself. Now this card is saying, yeah, he's going to run. Remember I said before that the card said he's not, but he could have went to the doctors. And not funny, in my last readings on my other channel, when I used to say Trump needs to go to the doctor or whatever, you would notice in the news a day or a couple of days later, they would be like, oh, Trump went to go visit the physician, this and that. I'm hoping, even though, I'm small, I hope energy goes out that, he really gets a monitor on his lab results, get his blood checked, keep a lookout for potassium. I don't know why that word potassium. Keep a lookout for potassium. And your heart, keep that monitor. It does say that he wants to, it does look like now it's still out there. The energy is still like deciding whether or not he's going to run, or is he going to be our sacrificial, lamb, where they've sacrificed him and someone else is going to come in. But he does want to run. He does want to run. And if he does run, things will be successful. But is he going to be crucified? So is he going to be crucified? The judgment is still out on that. So is he going to be crucified and someone else is going to jump in? Or is he going to run? The energy is still out there. Let me look at his heart right now and his health before we go. Because I'm worried. I was worried about that before. Let's see. Let's look at Trump's overall health. This card wanted to go out. Right now, okay, it's like given from one to the other. So, he's taken from one to the other, meaning his energetic. So I'm looking at health. So he's neglecting one and focusing on another. He needs to kind of balance his health issues, not so much focus on this one aspect because you're taken from this. So he's doing something to himself physically that he's using something to give more energy to something else, and he needs to kind of balance that out. Let's see. So let's see his heart. He's not seeing something. I'm worried about his heart. He's not seeing something. Even Melania is not seeing it. He's standing his ground. Melania is not seeing it. He's standing his ground like, oh, everything is fine. But he needs to really, there's something going on for his heart. He needs to go get it checked. If he goes and gets something checked, that's going to be the cause of whatever. The heart is still an issue, meaning that he needs to get it checked. Because if he gets it checked now, that will help swing the energies of whether or not he's going to run for 2024. So he needs, if he goes and gets this heart and keep it looked out on right now, it would be beneficial for him. He needs to start focusing, telling them something about potassium. Let's see about, so this was his health. That was his heart. Let's see his health in general. He's still strong right now, but like I said, he has the passion and the energy to go forth, but he is taking from energy from one area of his body and focusing on another, and he needs to stop that. But he does have that passion and drive to go forward, and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing he has that passion and drive to go forward health-wise. So he's still young, kind of young. He still has that energy to go forth. But he just needs to, because of his age and stuff, he needs to kind of not be so forceful like he was in 2016, even though we love that. But he's getting older in age. He kind of needs to, and not be, even with, remember how many rallies and stuff he had before, like 3 a day and so forth. He needs to kind of chill. He doesn't have to do that, you know, because his loyalty people are still there. All these cards, I see the loyalty. So he needs to look, what he's focusing on is health right now isn't the area he needs to focus on. I'm telling him something about potassium. Look at your lab results. So if he looks at his lab results, gets those results fixed, and there's a good chance that he'll go. But right now he's not focusing on what's really going on with him health wise. He's looking at something else, but that's not the problem. He needs to look at the heart and the potassium. So let's see. How is this audit? One more thing before we go. How is this Arizona audit going to work out for Trump? How is this Arizona audit going to work out for Trump? Oh, that card wanted to come out. Okay. The Queen of Cups. There's a woman that's really about this audit. Is there someone in Arizona that is, this is her passion project, this audit. There's a lot of people's feelings. A lot of people's feelings and stuff are in regards to this audit. A lot of people's feelings. I wonder if we're going to see Don Jr. talking about the audit too. A lot of people want to see abundance. There's going to be an abundance. I always see fish as abundance and prosperity. I think we're going to see things are not smooth with this audit. I think it's going to ruffle a lot of waves. I see these seagulls, which are kind of scavengers on the bottom, but I see a lot of things is going to come out with it. I think he's going to have the moral high ground to talk about, like, look what they did in Arizona. There's going to be a lot of information, a lot of people talking about this information. It's going to be information based. So everything is going to be fact based, information based, and they're going to, you know, it's the Ace of Swords. You're going to be able to fight, but you're going to be able to fight on information. But there's still, even though we have all this information, whether it's Trump or the people who are in Arizona, what are you going to do now that you have this information? It still hasn't been decided. You know, the eyes are open, but they haven't decided which way they're going to go. You know, because both paths aren't easy. You know, both paths aren't easier. One path is even darker than the other one. The other one's going to cause some waves, and it's going to be rough in the long term. And then the other one is going to be, it's unknown. Like, we've never been here before, and it's going to be a big mountain to climb. So they haven't decided what to do with this information or how to fight back with this information. So that's the end of the reading on Donald Trump. Happy birthday. And I hope you guys enjoy. Talk to you guys later. Bye.